Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to Oregon Rocks. I'm here with my son, and we are going to go over some rockhounding treasures that we found on our most recent Rockhounding Adventures trip. So, without further ado, let's get it going.
Now, here we have this one, and this one I found that might be a glowy. Not sure, it could be some type of dark glowy.
Yeah, that might have some in it, but I'm not sure exactly. It is some translucency in it. I might have some agatization in it, if that's a word. There's definitely some inclusions in that. Yeah, that might be a glowy one.
Next up we have this one.
Alrighty. So we're starting off with our smaller non-agate rocks. We've got this guy here, which has some interesting mineral composition in it. You can see some blues, some oranges, some white, but I have no idea what it is. We have this here, which is a nice, beautiful jasper. And this guy here, which again almost looks like it's agate or has some agate in it. Might be some quartz in there as well too. It's definitely translucent.
Next up we have this one. The craters.
So, lots of beautiful colors in here. We'll start with this guy. Look at the beautiful, beautiful banding that's on that. It's got some smaller inclusions as well too, those little orange pieces. Papa thought this one would be a nice one to bend or to tumble up. This guy here reminds me of a moss agate, but definitely is translucent.
Sun sneeze.
No man. Yeah, that's gotta be some kind of a mossy agate. Don't go blind looking at the light, but bless you. Okay, this guy here is a really cool green rock, along with this guy here, which is a lighter green rock. We like our green rocks, so does Mama. Alrighty, now this one, Papa picked up. Wait.
Well, I know how we get capels all over them.
Yep. Okay, so this one Papa picked up because it looked black. It was black and shiny. Now this might be maybe like a deep blue jasper? I don't know, it is black. Is there such thing as black jasper? You guys let me know in the comments. It's a very interesting piece. Alrighty. Here, this guy here, I thought might also be potentially an agate. Looks like it might have some crystallization in it as well too. Some more cool finds here. Alrighty, what is this guy, bud?
This one, I called it the asteroid.
The asteroid. Do you know what kind of rock it is?
Jasper.
Jasper. This is a dual colored jasper. It's got green
but the greenness, it's a bit hard.
The brown or the yellow.
Yellows.
Yeah, that was one interesting part. So I feel like sometimes jasper comes when it's super soft, and sometimes it has like a rough to it. I'm not sure if maybe the roughness is not a jasper, and it could be something else, but this back part's definitely jasper. That is a beautiful, beautiful piece right there. This would be something cool to cut open.
Call that a jasper. Call this a jasper.
Yep. Now, so this is what you would really expect from a jasper. That nice, smooth surface.
It's like it's
very
tumbled.
soft. Yeah, it is basically already tumbled. So this was a beautiful, beautiful piece. It almost looks brown under this light. it was a little bit more purplish under the regular light, but it looks brown right now. That is a beautiful, beautiful piece. This thing would be nice to slap up as well too.
Here comes the other crater. That it might be some type of jasper, but lots of jaspers don't only have banding that we'll find.
Yeah, so
the first jasper that I found, it was super smooth with banding.
There is such thing as banded jasper, which is what Papa is thinking that this might be. This does have some really cool lines that go across it as well too. But we picked this up because its bands look beautiful. Beautiful.
Next up, we'll have this one.
Alrighty, now I think this is a jasper as well too. This one's got some brown in it and some red. There's a nice color. Maybe even a little bit of green in that too.
Now this one might be quartz. Or
don't mind my blood blister. Got my finger smashed in between two rocks on our last adventure, and so that's what that is. It's a beautiful, beautiful. And I'm not sure if this might be chert, maybe. I'm not sure. It looks a little bit more crystallized than most chert would be. What do you guys think? Okay.
Next up, we'll have these ones.
Alrighty, so some more interesting rocks. This looks like it has some jasper in it, but then something else. You can see some banding right there, but then the whole rock itself is not like it's not like this one was here, where it's all like nice and banded and in a row. This one varies a bunch, but it's a really cool rock, and we'll have to see how that tumbles up. This guy as well too. Not exactly sure what this has in it. That part right there is really soft. We decided to pick it up because it looked cool.
Here comes the jasper, the Canrelian rock, and the unknown rock.
The unknown rock. So, again, we do not know what this is. It looks to maybe have some quartz in it. Maybe it's like petrified, or not petrified jasper, but agatized jasper. It's an unknown, as Eagle Eye said.
But we know what this is, jasper.
So, I think this one is another banded jasper. It's very smooth. You can see the nice, beautiful banded lines throughout it. This is a wonderful piece. One that probably doesn't even need to be tumbled because it's so smooth.
It could get even smoother. This one could get super smooth.
Now, this one, we're not entirely sure what it is. It's rough. The boy thought it could be some petrified wood, which it very well could be.
We could also make a car rock.
But we're not really sure. The sides of it are a bit interesting. Definitely has layers to it. You can see that throughout it. But we are not sure what this guy is.
Next up, we have the crater.
The crater, he says. So, another big question mark. I have no idea what this is. It has some really cool pattern to it. I almost want to say it has some jasper throughout it, but I could be really wrong. So I'm just going to leave it like that, and maybe you guys in the comments can let us know exactly what this one is. So it's an interesting one for sure. Beautiful piece.
Next up, we'll have these ones.
Alrighty, so this here, I believe this was chert, although now I'm looking at it, I don't think it is. This might be some kind of a quartz and chert, maybe. I'm not sure.
Next up, we'll have these ones.
Hold on, bud.
Oh.
Okay, and here we've got a good old petrified wood. You can definitely see the tree rings in there throughout it. Does not look to be agatized. Maybe a little bit right there, but that is nice.
This one almost looks like a jasper pitch wood. It's rough on this side. Well, actually, this part's smooth, that part's smooth, but then on the other parts, they feel a bit rough.
Yeah, that's an interesting one, isn't it, bud? Very smooth. You can see the inside of it, how it looks. It's a nice piece, bud.
Next up, we'll have this one. This one might be quartz.
So this one is a very interesting one because it does have some translucency in it. I believe it has some quartz running through it, like Munchkin was saying. Right there. I'm not sure what the other bit is. It's definitely quartz running through right there.
Next up, I call it the bone.
The
From
what?
Cubone. Cubone bone.
Alright, so this does have, if I can focus, this does seem to have some agate or some chalcedony that runs through it. It's got some beautiful coloring. This might be an agatized jasper, potentially. Has some really cool features to it. We're not too sure on it. It does glow a bit. It's a nice specimen though.
Here comes the bumpy plumpy.
Alrighty, now we got our first known host rock.
No.
So you can see the chalcedony in there. Maybe even it looks like a little bit of jasper potentially right there. And then the host rock that it's in. This guy is a funny looking one because of that little petroleal nodule right there sticking out. It's a nice cool piece. Alrighty, another big question mark. This one might be a moss agate. You can see it's got nice reds in it. This one's got a lot of beautiful colors in it. Some reds, some yellows. I like this part where the white and the red is coming together right there. And then right here, you can see a big division between the two different minerals coming together. Beautiful.
Next up, we'll have this host rock that is pretty interesting.
Yeah, again, you can see a lot of cool coloring throughout this. You can see the chalcedony in it there, the host rock attached to it. Some beautiful coloring.
Next up, we'll have this one.
Alright, so this one's pretty cool because you can see there is a pretty apparent division between what looks like it's quartz right there and then what might be chalcedony running through along the other side. This is a nice piece. Has some translucency to it.
Here comes the big host rock. But guess what? That's not the biggest host rock. That's in the beginning.
So Munchkin found this one with that little bit that you guys see of chalcedony poking through it. He was able to see that with his eagle eyes. I do not know how he did it, but he did it. This was a great find. Not sure if we'll be able to get the husk off of that one. But it's a beautiful host rock.
But now here's the master of host rocks.
Alrighty. So talk about this one, bud.
Yeah. This one, I hid the secret from that because I'm like, I need to keep this as a prize.
So, he didn't let me know about this until we were showing each other what we got. And then he pulled out this giant hunk of a rock. I mean, I don't even know if I would consider this host rock. It looks to mainly be chalcedony, bud. Gosh, look at all the character that it really does. It runs all the way through.
But look at that quartz. The quartz, it's like that cave with so much crystals, but don't crack those crystals or else it will tumble down.
That's a beautiful, beautiful find, bud. You can see quartz running through it right there. That is awesome.
Next up, we have these ones. Oh, Dad, a couple more. Too small for Nick and I.
Alrighty, now we are moving on to our glowies.
Glowies and make noise.
We have a lot of small ones. Today was definitely a day of smalls, that's for sure. You can see some nice banding throughout there. Some small Canrelian ones, which we've recently learned are stained Chalcedonies with iron content. So I guess they're all Chalcedonies except the ones that are Canrelians have been stained on the outer edge.
Of iron stain.
Yep. Yep. And that is also why, bud, we don't find Canrelian host rocks, because the host rock is already attached to it and it hasn't had a chance to be stained with the iron. Does that make sense? So that's why when we're finding our rocks, we don't find host rock Canrelians, we find host rock Chalcedonies, because it hasn't had a chance for the outer surface to be stained, which is kind of interesting, isn't it?
But if there was one like that,
that'd be pretty cool.
And it would be rich.
This is all sentimental value, bud. Alright, so some nice Canrelians throughout there. Some Chalcedonies as well too. Some more beautiful smalls.
Next up, I have a bit of big ones in this one.
Do we?
Capello.
We do. Some nice little pieces in there, bud. Some bands right there. It's a nice one. Nice iron stain on that Canrelian. Beautiful.
Wait a minute, what about the dark ones? Are they even iron stained?
Yep.
Oh wow, they probably had a lot of iron.
That's areas where they have a high percentage of iron in the dirt. So here you can see right there, that's a beautiful banding, and that Canrelian right there. Some awesome colorization. And that too, look at this guy here. The small one. Beautiful banding throughout it. See, it could be big or it could be small. Just depends on what you find. They all have their own unique character to it.
Didn't get a chance to feel my hand. Here comes the microscopic.
Yeah, microscopic ones. So, some more Canrelians in there. A little Chalcedony there. Some nice coloring to it. Beautiful, beautiful pieces.
Time to grab a little handful. Doing, doing. With the big ones. Here comes more microscopic after this one.
Yep, so that one has some cool, I'm not sure if you can see the banding throughout it. This one's unique as well too. You can see a little bit of petroleal nodules right there, which is awesome. Nice Chalcedony right there. That have a little hole in it. Can't tell. Oh, just looks like some staining. That one almost looks to have a little bit of blue in it right there. Yeah, those are some beautiful pieces, bud.
But you know why there's less in this hand?
Because we're coming up on bigger ones.
Yep. Microscopic
Awesome.
one.
So, some more beautiful pieces there. You can see a little bit of banding on the inside of that one. Some nice Chalcedonies. Ooh, that one's kind of cool. Yeah, let's go.
And it's gone.
So this one has Canrelian on the inside and Chalcedony on the outside. Well, that's strange. Huh. Interesting.
Ooh, remember this one? Wait, was this the one I found with iron staying inside? And it's gone. Wait.
That's a very smooth one. That one doesn't even need to be tumbled. More Chalcedonies.
Here we go. They have small ones and that.
Alrighty. This is a quartz, bud.
What?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure that's a quartz.
Quartz, he says. It's
Quartz crystal.
Quartz that crits.
Got our,
I said crits instead of
look
tricks.
at this guy, bud. This is the one that has the little vug in it.
Hey, look. There is patrol.
Wonder if there's any crystals in there.
Crystallization.
It doesn't look that big. Really cool one.
Oh,
I'm dropping on.
Remember. Yeah. Got the dropping master. Here comes some big one.
Alrighty. Some white agate. This one here, you can see the Chalcedony in it. This one here has some white inclusions at the center of it. And some nice banding right there. Some more banding there. Right there. It's a beautiful piece.
I think next up we'll have this one. Ooh, that's a nice iron stained.
Yeah. And show it.
Kitty's playing with toy.
So, that one has those little eye drops, or the eyelid ones that people talk about. I noticed that whenever those are apparent, there always seems to be blue within the color. We have a couple that we've found that are like that.
And red.
And they have that as well too, so that is a nice one. Some more beautiful pieces. This guy here has some wonderful dendrites throughout it. Really like this one. It's already pretty soft. Some more Chalcedonies and some Canrelian in there.
Well, since there's more microscopic ones, I'm gonna add them with these big ones.
Okay.
Want to see the most microscopic? Microscopic.
Yep, we can't even see. Yep. Alrighty.
Hand.
Want to?
Well, that's strange.
Yeah, now I got a bunch of cat petals all right. That's good. That's enough. Okay. Beautiful Chalcedony there. And this one has some beautiful banding in it. Almost looks like an entryway. Beautiful. Nice color set.
And I figured out a way to hold.
Okay, the next one's good. There's a lot of small ones here still. Alrighty, so this one is a pretty neat one. It has some white inclusion in it. Some dendrites on the top, looks like. Canrelian here. Focus. Ooh, with some nice banding on the top. That's interesting. It has some severe banding. Come on, focus. Right down there in the center. It's a beautiful piece. And no banding in that one. Okay, next up.
I have figured out how to hold the microscopic.
This one has beautiful, beautiful banding around it. That is a nice one there, bud. Really like that little circular pocket right there.
That's really nice iron stain.
That's a nice one.
Ah, getting blinded.
Don't look in the light. Alrighty. Some Chalcedony there. Beautiful.
Next up, we'll have this one.
More Chalcedony. Today was definitely a day of Chalcedonies. Getting slightly bigger now. You can see maybe some slight banding in there. It's a beautiful piece.
Here comes the big bean.
But these are just getting hairs all over. Try to wipe your hands if you can.
I know. Use what?
No, because then the rocks are in the water, but wipe them on your sides, please. Okay, so try to just look at the carnelians here, not the pillows that are covering them. This one has some nice, beautiful coloring to it.
I have a bit of small ones at the end.
Nice carnelian piece there. And that one has some unique features to it. Some banding right there, right at the end. That's a nice piece. Nice pure carnelian. This was an interesting one to find. Has some really unique features to it as well. Beautiful carnelian color.
Next up, we'll have this one.
We missed this one. A nice small. This one looks just like that guy there. Alrighty, now I'm pretty sure that these are agates. Maybe it's opal. I don't think so. Let me know in the comments if you guys know exactly what this is. I feel like this is like the wider part of an agate. If it was to be full without the I don't exactly know the composition of this, whether it would be silica or not. I don't think so, but let me know in the comments if you guys know. I think it's related to agate.
Next up, we'll have this one. Bit of house rock, but nothing to our mind.
Yeah, it's a nice chunk. Chalcedony right there, with a little bit of host rock still attached to it, as Munchkin had said.
Next up, we'll have this one that looks like I might have a bit of blue right there. If you can see. Might be a bit of blue.
Alrighty, so you can see right there, got some quartz through it, looks like. This is a nice carnelian piece. You can see the translucency of it. It's very high. It's a beautiful carnelian.
Next
Beautiful.
up, I have this one.
Now this is a really decent piece. You can tell that this one's flat. Almost reminds me of the other flat one that we have. Has a really cool piece. Maybe they're pairs and they go to the same piece. But someone had said that these split like this when they're in the water because of the banding and the lines. They'll split right down the center like that. So it looks like it's somewhat unnatural, but a beautiful piece.
Next up, we have this.
So this is one of Papa's favorites because he found it. But look at this, you guys. So this is a carnelian with a quartz druzy color going right all the way around. Papa found this piece right up in the cliff of the wall, and we excavated it out. Munchkin helped, and you guys, if you haven't, will see that in the video. This is a really cool piece. Probably looks even better once it's dry because of the quartz running through it, but that is a beautiful, beautiful piece.
But now, are you ready for the biggest one of them all?
Without further ado, Munchkin would like to show you guys the big find of the day. Da-da-da. You want to raise that up, bud?
Mm-hmm. Now this one. Will you guess who it is?
So that's a beautiful Chalcedony that Munchkin found.
Mm-hmm.
That definitely made it the find of the day.
Mm-hmm. After that, I found like something. Wait. Dad was putting away the camera, but guess what? Don't do that because there's a big one on the loose.
Mm-hmm. So that is a beautiful, beautiful Chalcedony that Eagle Eye over here found, just waiting for us on the surface. It is pretty heavily cracked, as you guys can see.
And the eagle eyes are sometimes the best eyes.
But a very nice piece regardless. So that is awesome, bud. Awesome. So that's gonna wrap it up for all the rocks that we found. We found some really neat pieces. Got some Jaspers over there. We've got some petrified wood. Many small pieces of agates.
And one big.
And a couple bigger ones as well, too.
This whole rock, but mostly those other house rocks, not bigger than this, but this is the big. Now
Yep.
this looks like it shrinked because of all the bigger ones.
Yep. Alrighty. Well, that's going to wrap it up, you guys, for this recap of our rockhounding treasures. We appreciate you guys for watching. And until next time, don't forget to rock on.